Oh, that's scary.
All right, I got 2 minutes to compose myself here. This is serious. Yeah. That's what it is. But I keep trying to give you technical facts. I didn't need technical facts. I needed someone who would listen. Evening, everyone. Welcome to our July 26th Town Council meeting. Before we begin, I do need to review our evacuation plan now that we do have members in the council chambers. In the event of an emergency, we have 2 doors to the right, as well as an exit door in the front. If an emergency were to happen, we exit the building and we'll meet across the street at the school administration building and await further instruction. Those of you that are listening in from home, you're safe. Sorry. All right. At this point, we'll stand for the pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence for our veteran women serving in our flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. And again, this is somewhat of a hybrid meeting where we are allowing remote participation for those folks that are unable to be here tonight. If you are participating from home and you're on the Zoom link, there's an icon to raise your hand. If you're on your phone, you can use the *9 to indicate that you have a question. *6 will allow you to mute and unmute your phone. When called upon, please state your name and address for the town clerk, and then we'll continue on. Prior to our meeting tonight, we did have an executive session under 42 Rhode Island General Law 4246(5)(a)(1) personnel for the review of the town administrator. During that session, no votes were taken. So I did want to report out
Buttermeyer,
Here.
Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Kelly, Dr. Ryan,
Here.
Mr. Aguirre.
Here. Okay, we are down 2 members tonight. First item on our agenda is our consent agenda. Yes, bills.
Move to accept and approve as presented.
Second. All those in favor?
Ms. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Buttermeyer?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. And then next, we have a perfect turnaround on our minutes from our 7/12/21 meeting. I was not here, so I will abstain.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Ms. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Buttermeyer?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
So it's 4-0. On to our town administrator's report. Mr. Rand.
Good evening, Mr. President, Town Council, ladies and gentlemen. With respect to the recreational trail grant, Governor Dan McKee, DEM, and Rhode Island Department of Transportation have announced $1.4 million of recreation trail grants to be distributed throughout the 39 cities and towns. And among the projects selected was a Portsmouth Trail Improvement Initiative for Melville Park. Our grant of $31,696 will be used to create an ADA accessible trail which connects various scenic areas of the park. So congratulations to all the folks that worked on that. With respect to Portsmouth this week, the program, which was regularly taped prior to COVID, taping of the 9th season of that program has resumed, with the first show airing last week on Fox Channel 18 and Channel 13. The show can also be viewed on YouTube. The former host of the program we sorely missed, Doug Smith, but our new host, Connolly Zanni, is off to a great start. The program plans to tape twice a month for the time being and hopes to ramp up their scheduling as time goes by. With respect to the American Rescue Plan, at the last town council meeting, I announced that the town received the first tranche of ARP money from municipalities, and that the second tranche will be received in the next federal fiscal year, which begins October 1st. Additionally, the town will also receive ARP funding designated for counties. Since then, there has been a refinement and clarification of the policies and restrictions for the use of this money, which must be adhered to by the town. The state has also since appointed an ARP consultant who will ensure that we meet the Department of Treasury's guidelines. We will consult with his office and present a list of next steps to the council at the August 10th meeting. And then lastly, with respect to the West Main Road Safety Audit, that audit, which was requested by the council, has been conducted by the Rhode Island Department of Transportation. Input on the draft report is being collected by the working group, and we expect the report will be ready for presentation to the council in September. Mr. President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Rand. We are moving on to our removals, resignations, and appointments. First, we have removals from the Bristol Ferry Town Common Committee. We have a letter from the chair seeking Dexter and Watson. Anybody have a motion?
Yes. Move to accept the proposed rules.
Second, thank you for their service.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Buttermeyer?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Motion passes 5-2. Next, we have a removal of the dog park. Apologize.
Jack.
Jack.
Jack Hay.
Move to approve the removal of Jack Hay from the dog park committee.
Second, again, thank you for your service.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Ms. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5. Next week. So, actually, for those members, then are there enough members on those committees, or are we?
There are, because they're both prefecture committees.
Next, we have the resignation of the tax assessment board for Hugh Atkins. He's, out of town.
Move to accept with regret.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. And now we have appointments. We have the reappointment to the design review board. Cyrus Gibson.
Move to approve the reappointment of Mr. Gibson to the design review board.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. And we have the reappointment to the Glen Manor House Authority. Ms. Karen. Benton.
Motion. Motion to reappoint.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. And reappointment on the Harbor Commission for Clayton Collins.
Move to reappoint.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. And the final one is the wastewater appeals board. This is Scott.
Motion to approve, Mr. Dickinson.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay. Moving on to old business, and it's our monthly finance report.
As of the end of June, the town is now through its fiscal year 2021 and preparing for audit. Please note all these financials that went out today are preliminary and unaudited at this time, so we will be going through the process of closing the year and getting our auditors in. They've already come in for interim, and they'll be coming in for the main portion of their audit in September. Year-to-date general revenues including COVID relief revenues used to offset motor vehicle phase-out are at 102% of the total budgeted revenues. Prior year tax revenues came in significantly ahead of budget, and the current year allowance for doubtful accounts has also been adjusted downward to reflect better than expected current year collections. As far as the general fund expenditures, we are at 100% of budgeted expenditures, and we do expect it to go up slightly as we do year-end adjustments, including a payroll accrual and the transfer of the 2021 contingency balance as approved at the last meeting to the special revenue fund. We noted last meeting as well that we expect legal fees to be under budget, and we anticipate ending the year with a surplus. The surplus cannot be determined at this time with any reasonable accuracy. I did want to note also that at this time, these do not reflect any adjustments for the special fund warrant, 1213 warrant. They are not reflected in this report. They will be shown in the financial statements as fund balance adjustments for the prior year, and they will. And those prior year adjustments will not affect the calculation for the current year surplus, and therefore will not affect the current year calculation for the warrant transfer.
Thank you. Motion to receive, place on file.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Butler?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. We're moving on to new business. First item under new business is National Grid proposes to install pole number 6 at Mayor Terrace for installation of electric service on Assessment 533 Lot 10, Mayor Terrace. Go ahead.
Council Council President, members of the council, can you hear me okay?
We got
So National Grid is requesting that this new pole on Merritt Terrace for a new home that they are in the process of starting to build. I've inspected the location and they will be removing the temporary service pole and replace it with a utility pole. So they're just looking for the council to approve this new utility pole to be placed.
questions. Seems very straightforward. We have need a motion to approve the installation of pole 6 as shown.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa? Aye. Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Buttermeyer?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Thank you, Mr. Woodhead. Okay. Now we are moving on to discussion and approval of the town council fiscal year 21-22 goals for the town administrator. As you can see in your backup, I'll tee it up here a little bit. And I just want to thank Lou for preparing this memo. It is an outline of some of the goals that are kind of priority, suggested priorities for the town administrator moving forward. In addition to, I say these are goals, but these are also in addition to his current workload, which is managing day-to-day operation of the town, overseeing the next year as we evolve, just beginning of fiscal year, but we already have to start thinking about next year's budget as well. And we are, still dealing with COVID implications. So, in addition to those day-to-day challenges, Mr. Rand, we have outlined, a handful of items here. I think a lot of them are work in progress, things that have been ongoing, things that you have been able to make progress on. And I think it's a very concise summary of what's been done, and there's some new action follow-up. That point. Councilors have any questions? Thank you again for pulling this together. Would you like to elaborate or expand?
Yeah, I actually want to give a shout out to the school committee because they were the ones, a couple of who were on the school committee recommended that we do this. And it makes so much sense for us to set out our goals in public for Mr. Rayner so he understands what we expect of him and do it at the beginning of the fiscal year. So I just want to know that the 6 of them, the first 6 are the same basically that we approved last year. And happy to see that so much progress was made on them. And then the 7th one we added was the American Rescue Plan funds. So it's, I think we all reached consensus that these were good goals. And I think Mr. Rayner did a great job meeting those goals last year. So thank you. And I would just look for a motion to approve these as the goals for the next year. Or I make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Buttermeyer?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay. Well, moving on to future meetings. Next, we have our August 10th. Our next meeting will be August 10th, which is Tuesday, followed by September 13th. And then September 18th is our silent meeting on Saturday. And then September 27th, back regular town council. That's all we have.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Mrs. Jukusa?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott? Aye. Mr. Buttermeyer?
Aye.
Dr. Ryan?
Aye.
Mr. Aguirre?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. I was a little nervous and not used to looking out.